listen carefully. So what is meant by functionally dependence, right? So in the last session we completed the discussion of the Jacobian. So why we use the Jacobian, what the purpose of the Jacobian. So that we discussed in the last session. So right? But now, so we have the one more definition. So that is the functionally dependency. That is the functionally dependency. So when we say that the two functions are, that is the given dependent variables and independent variables are said to be functionally dependent. So that means that if its Jacobian is equal to 0, suppose u is equal to function of x comma y and v is a function of x comma y, then Jacobian of u comma v by x comma y is equal to 0. Then we say that, right? So u comma v are the functionally dependents on x and y. U comma v are the functionally dependents on x comma y. Suppose if Jacobian not equal to 0, then what we have? What is it? So the dependent variables and independent variables do not depend on each other, right? So that means that u comma v there is no relation between the dependent variable and independent variable. When if the Jacobian is not 0, suppose if Jacobian is equal to 0, then we concluded that the dependent variable here u comma v are the dependent variable, right? And next one, x comma y are the independent variables. So here what is the conclusion is the dependent variables are depends on the independent variables. So there is a relation between the dependent variables and independent variables. So first we have to show that the Jacobian of the given relations are 0. Then after that we will find a relation based on the known formulas, right? So that is the next step. First we have to show that the Jacobian value is equal to 0. So the next step is we will find a relation between the dependent variables and independent variables, right? So it's simply if the Jacobian of the given dependent variables with respect to independent variables is equal to 0, then we say that the given variables are dependent to each other, right? So that means there exists a relation between the given variables, right? Suppose if it is Jacobian not equal to 0, then we say that there is no relation between the dependent variables and independent variables, right? So write down the problem related to the Jacobians. So then after that we will we will go to the next problem, right? That is the functional dependence concept, right? So given x plus y plus z is equal to u. Next, y plus z is equal to what mark? Y plus z is equal to uv. Z is equal to uvw. Y plus z is equal to uv. Z is equal to uvw. Find Jacobian of x, y, z by uvw. Find Jacobian of x, y, z by uvw. Right? So here x plus y plus z is equal to u and y plus z is equal to uv, z is equal to uvw. So here we are going to calculate the Jacobian. So in this Jacobian, what are the different variables? What are the different variables?
X, Y, Z.
X, Y, Z. So u comma v comma w are the independent variables. So here the first task is we have to change x, y, z in terms of u comma v comma w. So that is the first thing. So coming to the solution, so that means that we have to find the values of x, y, z in terms of u comma v comma w. So from here, what is the value of y plus z? So it is very well known. So that is uv, right? So x plus uv is equal to u. X is equal to u minus u. So now x is a function of uvw. So it is very clear. Next, now we are going to calculate the y value. So y plus, we know that z is equal to uvw. That is uvw is equal to uv. So y is equal to uv minus uv. So similarly, z is clearly it is a function of uv. It is function of uv. So here the first task is find out the dependent variables in terms of the independent variables, right? So that is the first task. So now Jacobian of x, y, z by u, v, w. So what is the formula for this? This is dou x by dou u, dou x by dou v, dou x by dou w. Next, dou y by dou u, dou y by dou w, dou v, dou y by dou w. Next, dou z by dou u, dou z by dou v, dou z by dou w. Right? So this is a 3 by 3 matrix. Right? So that is what is the value of dou x by dou u? 1 minus. Next, dou x by dou v minus dou x by dou w 0, since it is independent of the w. Next, coming to the y. So what is the value of dou y by dou u? So v minus vw, v minus vw. Next, what is the value of dou y by dou v? So it is u minus uw, u minus uw. So observe this one. Here we are derivating partially with respect to v, so that it is v u minus uw. Next, so coming to this is uw, this is uw. So next one, dou z by dou u. What is this value? vw. Next, dou z by dou v. So this is uw. Next, dou z by dou w. This is uv.
Sir, dou y by dou w is equals to minus uv, sir.
Dou y by
dou w minus uv, sir.
Yeah. Dou y by, yes, this is minus u. Yes, ma'am. Now it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So now calculate the value. So 1 minus v into, so take the determinant of the cofactor matrix, right? So this is uv into u minus uw minus, right? Minus of minus is plus uv into uw. Next one, plus u into, so v minus vw, into uv. Minus into minus is plus. So this is u v square w. So next one is 0. So simplify this one. So that is here uv is common. So that is equal to 1 minus v into uv, right? So here u minus uw plus uw, right? So the next one, here also uv is common. So it becomes u square v. So here v minus vw. So here plus vw. So this one cancel, and this one cancel. So finally, right? So this is 1 minus v into uv plus, right? So u square v into v. U square v into v. So therefore take uv as common. It is 1 minus v plus this is what, ma? So uv. This is uv. So this is the Jacobian value. So is it correct, ma? Yes?
Sir, 1 minus v into u square v, sir.
Yeah. Here u square v square, I am taking uv as common. This is 1 minus v plus uv.
Not that, sir. You left u, sir. In the first term, you left u, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So this is u square v. Yes, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Very good. Thank you. So here I am taking u square v as common. Then it becomes u square v. So it is 1 minus v. So sorry. It is v. Yes. So that it is nothing but u square v. Yes, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, very good. So it is nothing but u square v. So therefore the Jacobian value is u square v. v. So simplify the given problem very carefully. So right. So here I am missing the term u. So therefore u into uv, that is nothing but u square v. So that here we have 1 minus v. Plus here also we have u square v into v. So I am taking u square v as common. So v gets cancelled. So therefore 1 into u square v is equal to u square v. Right? Yeah. Complete ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the next problem is given x is equal to root vw next y is equal to root uw z is equal to root uv comma u is equal to r sin theta cos phi r sin theta cos phi next v is equal to r sin theta sin phi z is equal to r cos theta what are these? What are u comma v comma w? What are u comma v comma w? Already we discussed. What are u comma v comma w?
Circle coordinate.
Yeah, spherical coordinates. So already we are calculated the Jacobian to these coordinates, right? So now calculate Jacobian of x, y, z by r comma theta comma phi. Now calculate Jacobian of x, y, z by r comma theta comma phi. So observe that here x comma y comma z are functions of UVW and u comma v comma z are functions of r theta phi. But here we are going to calculate the Jacobian of the dependent variables x comma y comma z by the independent variables r comma theta comma z. So that means that with respect to r comma theta comma z. So here there are two processes. So one is we just replace UVW by here in x and y comma z. Then you can calculate the Jacobian value directly. But we are discussing one property. So that is the third property of the Jacobian. So that is the second property of the Jacobian. So based on that property, so you can write it as Jacobian of x, y, z. So first of all, x, y, z are functions of UVW into Jacobian of UVW and UVW are functions of r comma theta comma phi. So this is the one of the known property of Jacobian. So based on the property of Jacobian, we are writing j of x comma y comma z by r comma theta comma phi as j of x comma y comma z by UVW into j of Jacobian of UVW by r theta phi. So that means that for calculating the Jacobian, that is we have to calculate the two Jacobians. So that means that with respect to the two independent variables, right? So first we will calculate this Jacobian and then we will calculate this Jacobian. If we product these two, then we will get the Jacobian of the dependent variables x, y, z with respect to the r comma theta comma phi. So that is the concept, right? So therefore now Jacobian of x, y, z by UVW. So that is equal to dou x by dou u, dou x by dou v, next to dou x by dou w, next to dou y by dou u, dou y by dou v, dou y by dou w. Next, dou z by dou u, dou z by dou v, dou z by dou w. So now we calculate the value of dou x by dou. So what is the value of dou x by dou u?
0, sir.
Yeah, 0. Why? Because it is x is independent of u. So it is clearly 0. Next, what is the value of dou x by dou v? What is the value of dou x by dou v? So write it as root u, root v into root w. What is the derivative of root x? It is nothing but 1 by 2 root x, right? So therefore, it is nothing but 1 by 2 root w by v. So is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right, very good. Next one is dou x by dou w. What is value? Same 1 by 2 into root v by w. Root v by w. Next, so similarly dou y by dou u. Dou y by dou u. So it is 1 by 2 root w by u. Next, dou y by dou v. Right? So it is independent of v. So it is 0. Next, dou y by dou w. So its value is 1 by 2 into root w by u. Root w by u. So coming to the last one, that is dou z by dou
Root
u.
u by w, sir.
That is 1 by 2 into root v by u. Next,
Dou y by dou w, root u by w, sir.
sorry, yes, root u by w. Right, sorry, right? So dou z by dou u is equal to root v by v. Right? Next, dou z by dou v, that is equal to 1 by 2 integral root, sorry, 1 by 2 root. So what is this value? Dou z by dou v. So u by v. Next, so the last one is 0. The last one is 0. So you just substitute these values in the 3 by 3 form. So then you will get the required value, right? So therefore, Jacobian is equal to. So what is the first value? 0. What is the next value? 1 by 2. So this is root v by root w by v. Root w by v. So this is 1 by 2 into root v by w. So what is the next one? So this is 1 by 2 into root w by u. So this is 0. This is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into. So what is the next one? So root u by w. Root u by. I think here also, yes ma'am, is it correct? Dou y by dou w. Yeah. So this is root u by 2w. Yeah. What the first value? Root w by u. Root w by u. Next, so last one. So 1 by 2 into root v by u. Next one, 1 by 2 into root u by v. So this is 0. So this is 0. So in the first row, what is common? So 1 by 2 is common. So in the second row, 1 by 2 is common. So in the third row, 1 by 2 is common. So it is nothing but 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. So it is 1 by 8. So is it clear now? Yes? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next one. So this is root w by u. So this is 0. So this is root u by w. Right? So this is root v by u. So this is root u by v. So this is 0. So you just calculate the determinant, then it is nothing but the Jacobian. That is the first one, right? So therefore calculate the value. So that is equal to 1 by 8 into, right? So first one is 0. So minus root w by v, minus root w by v. So this one into this one 0. So minus into minus. So here minus root u cancel, right? So it is nothing but root v by w minus root v by w. 0 minus. So this is 0. So this one. So here u cancel, root v into 1 by root w. So it is nothing but root v w, root v by w. So here minus root v by w. So coming to the next one. right? Plus root u by w, so this is the right. So this into this one, right? So it is nothing but what am root w by u, root w by v, root w by yes, root w by v. Sorry, it is v by w, root w by, right? So next one is 0. Next one is 0. So simplify this one. So this is equal to 1 by 8 minus into minus plus. So here root w cancel, v cancel. It is 1. Plus here also root w cancel, v cancel. It is 1. So this is equal to 1 by 4. Is equal to 1 by 4. So it's clear now? So the first value is 1 by 4. Yes? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the first value is 1 by 4. Just simplify this one, then you will get it as, so the required value is 2. So 2 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 4. 2 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 4. So similarly, you can calculate the another Jacobian value. Here the dependent variables are u, comma, v, comma, w, and the independent variables are r, comma, theta, comma, phi. R, comma, theta, comma, phi. So this is one of the important tasks. So it is dou u by dou r, right? So dou u by dou theta. So it is dou u by dou phi, right? So same v, here r, so theta, phi. Here r, theta, phi. Here w, right? So this is w. So therefore, you can calculate the corresponding values. So already we will solve this problem in the multiple integral concept. So that is the Jacobian of u v w by r comma theta comma phi. So here u v w are nothing but the spherical polar coordinates. U v w are nothing but the spherical polar coordinates. Next, here what is dou u by dou r? So from this
Sin theta cos phi.
sin theta into cos phi. Next, what is dou u by dou theta? So r cos theta cos phi. Next, so what is dou u by dou phi? Minus r sin theta cos
Sin.
phi. Next, coming to the v. So what is dou v by dou r? It is nothing but sin theta into sin theta. Next, what is dou v by dou theta? It is nothing but r cos theta into sin theta. Next, what is dou v by dou phi? It is nothing but r sin theta into cos phi. R sin theta into cos phi. So last one. So what is dou w by? Sorry, it is w, not check. This one, right? What is dou w by dou r? So this is cos theta. Next, what is dou w by dou theta? So it is minus r sin theta. It is minus r sin theta. What is dou w by dou phi?
0, sir.
0. Very good. Because it is w is independent of phi. W is independent of phi. You just substitute the values here, then you will get the required result, right? So that's it. So that is the second Jacobian. Anything problem? Anything wrong, ma?
No, sir.
Yeah, right. So Bhavani Devi, is it clear, ma? Bhavani Devi. Right. So therefore, you just substitute the values here, then you can simplify, then you will get the required result, right? So the first one is dou u by dou r, right? So this is sin theta, sin theta. Next, what is the dou u by dou theta? So this is r cos theta, cos phi. Next, dou u by dou phi. So you just substitute very carefully and you can calculate the determinant value. So then you will get the final value, right? So therefore, dou v by dou r. So it is sin theta, sin theta, sin theta. Next, what is the next value? R cos theta, sin theta. R cos theta, sin theta. Next, what is the next value? R sin theta, cos phi. R sin theta, cos phi. First, we have to calculate the that is the value, that is the partial derivative in a proper order. In a proper order. So then it is very easy to substitute here. So what is the next value?
Sir,
So
first
this is
term is
cos,
sin theta cos phi, sir.
yeah,
First
minus
term.
cos r sin theta. Minus r sin theta. So this is 0. So this is 0. So
Sir,
in case of,
du by dou r term sin theta cos phi, sir.
okay, sorry, sir. Yes. Sin theta cos phi. Yes. So this is sin theta cos phi. I missed it. I am taking this value, right? In place of this, I am taking dou v by dou r, right? So you have to substitute very carefully, very carefully. So that you will get, but it is a determinant. It is nothing but a determinant of the 3/3 matrix, right? So now it is clear, I think. So first one is sin theta cos phi and r cos theta cos phi. Next one is minus r sin theta sin phi. Next one is sin theta sin phi. Next one is r cos theta sin phi. Next one is r sin theta cos phi. So next one is cos theta minus r sin theta 0. So now it is clear by everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you have to simplify this one. Then you will get the required value. So the first Jacobian value is 1 by 4. So we will see what is the second Jacobian value, right? So simplify this one. First one is sin theta cos phi. So you have to simplify very carefully. Already we solved this one, but you can solve one more time because it is look like it is just like a practice, right? So then you will get the full clarity about this, right? Why? Because here we have some lengthy terms. No problem. After simplification, definitely we will get the simple value, right? So therefore, sin theta cos phi into. So this one is 0. This one is 0. So this in this minor, so this value is 0. That is AD is 0. Now we have only BC. Minus of minus is plus. So it is nothing but r square sin r square sin square theta cos phi. R square sin square theta cos phi. So here r into r, that is r square sin theta into sin theta sin square theta. Next one. So minus r cos theta cos phi. Right? So coming to the second one, right? So so this one 0 into this one 0 minus right, minus what is the next one, r sin theta cos theta cos phi. Right? So we can write very carefully, right? Here I am taking the this term. So 0 into this one 0 minus of r sin theta cos phi, right? So therefore coming to the last value, right? So this is minus r sin theta into sin phi, right? So here this one. So this is minus r sin theta into sin theta. So this is minus r sin square theta into sin phi. So this one is minus r what is that, cos square theta into sin. Minus r cos square theta into sin. So is it clear up to this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you have to simplify this one. So this is equal to right? So sin theta into cos phi. That is, you can simplify one by one, right? So this is r square sin square theta into cos phi. R square sin square theta into cos phi. Otherwise, you will write it as cos square phi. Cos phi into cos phi. That is cos square phi. Here minus into minus plus. Minus into minus plus. So this is r square sin theta cos square theta. Yes, cos theta into cos theta cos square theta. Right? Next, cos phi into cos phi. So this one is cos square phi. Right? So observe that r into r square. So sin theta only one term. So that's sin theta. Cos theta into cos theta cos square theta. Cos phi into cos phi. That is cos square phi. So next one. So here also minus is common. So here I am taking minus r sin phi. Minus r sin phi is common. So it becomes plus minus into minus plus. So it becomes r square sin theta sin square phi. So what the remaining value? So this is sin square theta plus cos square theta. sin square theta plus cos square theta. So is it clear up to this? So here I am taking r sin phi. So that here only the remaining term is sin square theta plus cos square theta. So I am taking minus r, so that minus into minus plus r into r is r square sin theta, right? So sin theta into next sin theta. So that is sin phi into sin phi, that is sin square phi. So is it clear? So clearly this value is nothing but 1. This value is nothing but 1. So you can simplify very carefully. So therefore, yeah. So that is equal to, right? So that is equal to sin theta cos square phi, right, into r square sin square theta, plus r square sin theta into cos square theta cos square phi, Next. So the next one is r square sin theta into sin square phi, r square sin theta into sin square phi. So here from these two terms, right? So take the term common as r square sin theta, right? So into cos square phi. అందరూ చూడండి మా.
Sir, from first two terms, r square sin theta cos square phi common తీస్తే sin square theta plus cos square theta ఉంటుంది.
Yeah, r square from first two terms ma.
Yes sir, r square sin theta cos square phi sir.
Yeah, very good. So from the first two terms I am taking r square sin theta, sin theta
r square sin
into
theta
cos
cos square
square.
phi sir.
So what are the remaining terms? So what are the remaining terms?
Sin square
Sin
theta
square
plus
theta
theta.
plus cos square theta, right? So now the last one is r square sin theta into sin square theta, right? So here it is 1. So therefore r square sin theta into cos square phi plus r square sin theta into sin square phi. So from these two terms, r square sin theta is common. So take the common term. So here we have cos square phi plus sin square phi. So this value is also 1. So therefore this is equal to r square sin theta. So this is the Jacobian to the next second value, right? So second Jacobian value. So but what they are asking is calculate the Jacobian of the variable x comma y comma z by r comma theta comma phi. So it is, we are splitting it as x comma y comma z by u comma v comma w and u comma v comma w by r comma theta comma phi, right? So what is the first value?
1/4
1/4 sir.
What is the second value? So r squared sin theta. So therefore the required Jacobian value is r squared sin theta by 4. So here we are using the one trigonometric identity. So that is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So based on the trigonometric identity we are forming, right? That is we are calculating the Jacobian. So this is called Jacobian to the spherical coordinates. So likewise you can also calculate the Jacobian to the cylindrical coordinates. So in the situation also you will get the value Jacobian value as r, right? So that we solved in the multiple integrals, right? So for the Jacobian of the spherical coordinates is 1/4, that is r squared sin theta. The Jacobian of the cylindrical coordinates is r. The Jacobian of the polar coordinates is r, right? So yesterday we solved in the last session. We calculated the Jacobian to the polar coordinates also. That value is r. So here this problem is solved by using the property of the Jacobian. So what the property means? So that means if the given variables x comma y comma z are not in directly variables of r comma theta comma phi. So in that situation, we are splitting the Jacobian. Why? Because in the initially x comma y comma z are the functions of u comma v comma w, but again u comma v comma w are the functions of the r comma theta comma phi. So because of that, here we are using the property. So based on that property, we have calculated the two Jacobians. So the first Jacobian value, that is Jacobian of the x y z with respect to the u comma v comma w. So its value is 1 by 4. Next, so the second one is nothing but the Jacobian to the spherical polar coordinates. So the Jacobian to the spherical polar coordinates is r squared sin theta. Is r squared sin theta. So totally the value is 1 by 4 r squared sin theta. 1 by 4 r squared sin theta. So in the evolution process, we have to do very carefully. We have to do very carefully. So you can solve the problem in a step-by-step manner. Definitely you will get the required result, right? So otherwise you will get a confusion. There is a chance for getting confusion. Why? Because in the 3 by 3 matrix we have some lengthy terms. So that we can simplify very carefully, right? So then definitely finally we get the required answer. So that is r squared sin theta is the Jacobian for the second one. So first one is 1 by 4. So is it clear to you? Yes, ma.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we will attempt a problem related to the functionally dependence. Functionally dependence. Right. If u is equal to x into square root of 1 minus y square plus y into square root of 1 minus x square, comma v is equal to sin inverse x plus sin inverse y. V is equal to sin inverse x plus sin inverse y. Right? Then show that u comma v are functionally related with x comma y. U comma v are functionally related with x comma y. So then we show that u comma v are functionally related with x comma y. U comma v are functionally related with x comma y. So first we have to show that u comma v, that is dependent variables u comma v, so are functionally related with x comma y. So that means that the Jacobian of the u comma v with respect to x comma y is 0. So if it is 0, then we conclude that u comma v are functionally dependent on x and y. So then after that, what the next task is, we have to find the relation. How to find the relation means, so there is some formulas or some relations which are involved in the given relations, or by using that very known form, that is known result, we can find the relation between the dependent variables and independent variables. So that is the next task. So before that, first we will simplify the given problem. So that means that here what is the simplification means, we have to calculate the Jacobian and we will show that value is 0, right? So that is the first task, right? So write down. We have to show that Jacobian of u comma v by x comma y is equal to 0. Jacobian of u comma v by x comma y is equal to 0. That is what does it mean? That is dou u by dou x, dou u by dou v, dou v by dou x and dou v by dou v. So its value is 0. 0. So calculate the value. What is the value of dou u by dou x? Now, what is the value of dou u by dou x?
Root over 1 minus y square, sir.
Root of 1 minus.
Root over 1 minus y square plus y into, so in this term we have the x term. So first so you feel it as a root x. What is the form of root x? 1 by 2 root 1 minus x square. Next so here we have minus 1 minus x square. Its derivative is minus 2. Its derivative is minus 2. So dou u by dou x is equal to square root of 1 minus y square minus 2xy. Sorry, 2 gets cancelled. 2 gets cancelled. So this is xy by square root of 1 minus y square. So similarly, dou u by dou y. So you can estimate this value. What is this value? Anyone? You can estimate this value. So this is also minus xy by square root of 1 minus y square plus square root of 1 minus x square. So is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
similarly, coming to the dou v by dou x. So it is also very easy. So dou v by dou x is nothing but dou by dou x of sin inverse x plus dou by dou x of sin inverse y. So obviously it is 0. What the derivative of sin inverse x?
1 by square root of 1 minus x.
Yeah, 1 by root over 1 minus x square. Similarly, dou v by dou y. So it is also 1 by root over 1 minus y square. It is a very simple question, right? So therefore, Jacobian J is equal to. So what the first term? So this is square root of 1 minus y square, right? So minus xy by square root of 1 minus x square. So next one. So what the dou u by dou y value? So this is minus xy by square root of 1 minus y square plus root over 1 minus x square. So next, what is the next value? So 1 by square root of 1 minus x square. This is 1 by square root of 1 minus y square. So take the cross product, right? So that is AD minus BC. 1 by square root of 1 minus y square into root over 1 minus y square. It is 1. Next, minus xy by square root of 1 minus x square into square root of 1 minus y square. So this is minus xy by root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. So here minus of minus xy by root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. Here we have 1 by root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus x square. So its value is nothing but 1. Its value is nothing but 1. So you will simplify this one. So this is equal to 1 minus xy by root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus y square. Right? So here minus into minus is plus. So this is xy by root over 1 minus x square into root over 1 minus x square. Minus. So minus 1 plus 1 and plus this. So this is equal to what now? 0. So right? So finally we are proving, right? The Jacobian value is equal to 0. The Jacobian value is equal to 0. So from that, what the conclusion? What the conclusion? What the conclusion? Here.
U, v are functionally dependent with x.
Yeah. So the dependent variables u, v are functionally dependent on x and y. That is independent variables x and y. So that is the conclusion, right? So now we will find the functional relation. We will find the functional relation, right? Right. So already we know that v is equal to sin inverse x plus sin inverse y. So what is the formula for sin inverse a plus sin inverse b? So it is nothing but sin inverse of, right? So x into square root of 1 minus y square plus y into square root of 1 minus x, right? So therefore v is equal to sin inverse of. It is nothing but what ma? It is nothing but u. So which implies that sin v is equal to sin inverse u is equal to v, right? So this is the functional relation between the dependent variables, right? U comma v. So that is the next one. So is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. can also write it as sin b is equal to e, right? So based on that, we have many problems we discussed in the regular classes. So you can solve that problem. So then you will get an idea, right? So in this session, in this unit, we have the maxima, minima, and the Lagrange's form, the Lagrange's method, right? So that we will discuss in the next session. So up to this is clear, ma. So in the today's class, we are solving some problems related to the Jacobian, and we are proving we are finding the functional relation between the variables when the Jacobian is zero, right?